As much as I don't want the Nintendo 3DS to die, I don't think we're going to get the successor you think we might get. So, hey guys, Bloodmoon Bobby here, and to start off this video, I actually want to say a few good things about the 3DS in terms of how well it's done. And that is, in the 7 years the 3DS has been out, it was first released in February 2011 in Japan, in March 2011 throughout the rest of the world. It's done really well, not as well as the original Nintendo DS, but still it was still a very, very successful system. It sold 75 million or 73 million units as of March 2018. And software sales, it has sold 365 million units. So, as a system, the 3DS has been really successful. And as you can see here, I've got the new 3DS. I've had this for a while now, and I currently have Smash Brothers. I got several other games that I'll talk about in this video, but the focus of this video is going to be about what the recently appointed Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa said regarding the life of the 3DS. And a lot of people think that he was implying that Nintendo is considering a 3DS successor. And actually, here, the website Nintendo Everything reports that Furukawa said that the 3DS has quote, the 3DS has certain advantages over the Switch, such as the ease of purchase. I'm not sure if I agree with that. And the like, and that Nintendo is considering various possibilities for a successor. Which, as much as I really like the 3DS, and even though I have the Switch now, I do play my 3DS every so often, I feel like Furukawa was merely damage controlling the statement to basically say, hey, even though the Switch is out, because he was asked how the Switch was doing, and he did say the Switch is still continuing to sell successfully. I feel like he's saying this more to say, hey, even though the Switch is out, we still want you to buy a 3DS. It's still out in the market. It's still got some really good games, which it does, and it's much more portable, which it is, and it's much more affordable, which, again, it is. And not to say that Furukawa's words have absolutely no merit. Like, he definitely has a point in that the 3DS is a much more portable system. Unlike the Switch, you could actually put the whole thing in your pocket. This sticker, by the way, is my sister's. I did not put that on there. She's the cat person, not me. And it definitely has a bevy of really good games, like Super Smash Brothers for 3DS. I mean, they got Super Smash Brothers on a Nintendo Portable System for the very first time. That in itself is amazing. And I know there's people out there that say the 3DS controls are really cramped compared to playing on the Wii U, but I still enjoy playing Smash. Just having it portable is a really good thing. And you can also get games like Mario Kart 7. Might I recommend Metal Gear Solid 3D? And there's also Super Mario 3D World. And I actually enjoyed Fire Emblem Warriors. The fact that I'm not really an RPG person, and the fact that 3DS has gotten me into playing Fire Emblem, or at least it's the very first Fire Emblem I played, is remarkable. But at the same time, I can't help but think that Nintendo's best interest is to make the Switch their sole system. And I know Reggie Fils-Aimé and many others in Nintendo have said, look, basically the Nintendo Switch, this is the home console that you could take with you. We're not looking at this as a portable console. I honestly think that they want to consolidate everything into the Switch. Even down to, if you look at this year, how many 3DS games were announced at E3? The only one off the top of my head was the announcement that Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and even then, I don't think it was announced at E3, but they reiterated that Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is coming to both the 3DS and the Switch. And the only 3DS game I could think of, there's also Wario Gold, and they're bringing Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story over to 3DS, but that's basically it. Either Nintendo's lesser known titles or ports of games that you could get on Nintendo's other systems. And look, I'm not telling you guys to just throw your 3DS, just like fling it out the window or stop playing it or sell it or get rid of it. Look, like before I started making this video, my sister Penny has actually been playing the Switch today. And if I had absolutely nothing to do, I would probably sit down and play either a game of Smash or maybe even continue playing Metal Gear Solid 3D. But truth be told, I play the Switch a lot more now. And the fact that it's now both my main home console and portable system, not that it's the only one, but it's the main one, is pretty much the reason why I'm playing it a lot more often, especially when it comes to the more home console-oriented games. Like, I've been playing a lot of Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which, thank God, it is a very competent port. It honestly, I would say, in terms of frame rate, it plays a lot better than Doom originally did on the Switch. But I've just been playing more games on the Switch lately, and hey, I know not everybody that plays video games is a hardcore gamer. Trust me, there's still plenty of family-friendly. Not that I'm not talking down to you. I enjoy playing games like Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario Odyssey. Those games are on Switch, and there's even more on the way. Even I would say the sort of miscellaneous Mario titles like Mario Tennis is coming to Switch. And there's also Super Mario Party, which honestly, those games don't really interest me. But those were games that we once saw on the 3DS. The 3DS had Mario Tennis Open, and I think there was a Mario Party game for 3DS. I know they've released Mario Party for Nintendo's portable systems in the past. But it's the cycle with every Nintendo system where we see the IPs we want to see, and more of them are coming to Switch, so I think that's where it's going. Whereas in the case of the 3DS, what other games are there going to be aside from the ones I mentioned? The 3DS pretty much has all the Nintendo staples, like Mario Kart, like the Super Mario 3D Action Series, like Legend of Zelda. And like I said before, the remarkable thing is even games that we've never really seen come to Nintendo portables like Super Smash Bros. And Metal Gear Solid 3D, Resident Evil Revelations. So there's definitely been some real highlights and firsts for Nintendo portables in the case of 3DS. And it's still a really fantastic system. I mean, I've even owned 3 variations of the 3DS. I've owned the original I got on launch day. I had the original 3DS XL, which unfortunately the hinge on that broke. And now me and Penny, we have the Nintendo 3DS. So I really don't know what the future is for if Nintendo were to make a second handheld or a 3DS successor. If they made a more powerful handheld, then they would just be making another Nintendo Switch. Like, they would just be bringing games to two of the same games to 2 consoles when really they just need to bring it to 1, which would be something like the Nintendo Switch. So I really don't see the point. And even if you were to argue, well, they could just make the 3DS as cheaper, or if you were to say, well, the Switch is such a big system, you can't fit that into the body of 3DS. That's not to say you never will be able to. There have been rumblings that Nintendo may make a Nintendo Switch Mini down the line, and I personally think that's a real possibility. The idea that Nintendo can not only market a home console experience in a portable system, but they could also use the same platform to market a great portable system. And a Switch Mini, I think, would be really amazing. Probably one of my favorite ideas for Switch Mini would be that it would have a 5-inch screen and much smaller form factor. There's word that a Switch Mini probably wouldn't have detachable Joy-Cons, which I'm kind of mixed on, because there's definitely many Switch games where you don't have to detach the Joy-Con controllers and that you could just play it like a normal portable system. But what are you going to do when you want to play games like a 1-2 Switch? Or even though I know there's not many out there, I'm sure there's still people that like to detach the individual Joy-Cons and play and give the other to their second player if they're playing with a friend. Those people are out there, so they'll probably have to buy separate Joy-Cons to play those games. But aside from that, I think a Switch Mini would be a really good idea. And as with any game console, as the years go on, the price drops. Like, for instance, you see behind me, I just bought a PS4 Slim. Remember, that came out and costed $399 at launch. I didn't get that because of the price, and it dropped to $299, and there have even been offerings for the PS4 for even cheaper prices. And keep in mind, we've even seen that with the 3DS family of systems. The 3DS started at $249, new versions started at $199, and now there's even variations of the Nintendo 2DS, which is basically just taking the 3D out, where you can get those for like $80. The new 2DS XL costs, I believe, around $120. So that day is definitely coming, especially given that the Switch is believed to be using NVIDIA's Tegra X1 processor, which we've seen for years before the Switch came out. That was in NVIDIA's own, I was tempted to call it the NVIDIA Switch, but NVIDIA had a Tegra micro console, which has a similar chip that's in the Nintendo Switch. So I definitely think there's reason to believe that Nintendo would come out with a smaller, more portable Switch. And I think for Nintendo as a company, they would just want to invest in one great platform. And like I said, it would be ambidextrous because they could not only market the Switch as a great home console you could take with you, but you could also market it as a great portable console with really amazing games for all ages, whether you enjoy playing Mario Kart 8 or Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. So that's personally how I feel. So, but please guys, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. Should Nintendo come out with 3DS successor? Should they continue to support the 3DS? And by the way, I'm not saying the 3DS is dead. I just kind of accepted that, as with all gaming consoles, when a successor comes out, the current system is in its twilight, and that's where I think the 3DS is. But please let me know your thoughts. Should there be a Switch Mini? Should there be a 3DS successor? What do you think would be the best route for Nintendo? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you have any ideas for any gaming related stories, please let me know in the comments, or you can also email me with my address in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.